Okay, great. So with the windmill, let's go ahead and go through some of those key points just to approach the bell, to then take it in sort of a position where we can bring it up to that top position overhead. So take us through, again, just real briefly, how we would approach it, then take it into the single arm swing, then take it into the clean, then kind of bring it up overhead.
Absolutely. So to go in accordance with the movements and the techniques that we've used already, what we're going to do is we're going to go into a clean and a press.
Okay.
Right? So how I approach the bell, walk up to it, kettlebell handle roughly about 10 inches away from the feet. The handle position we're going to choose is just horizontal for right now. We're going to go essentially into a clean, right? So from here I'm going to use my kettlebell hook grip where the thumb is outside of the index finger and the middle finger. I'm going to hike it up high with the thumb pointing back. Keep the kettlebell close and the upper arm close to the body as I clean. And then from here I'm going to press overhead. That's going to be the setup. So I'll get in that position. That's where I'm going to start.
Okay.
Okay, so now to initiate the initial part of the windmill. The way I like doing it initially is rotating or shifting both feet approximately at a 45-degree angle. There's so many different variations of the windmill, but for the sake of today and what I want to demo, I'm going to keep the back leg straight. All right, and I'm going to allow this front knee to bend. So feet are angled both about a 45. My shoulders set, long open neck position, tall spine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push. Essentially, I'm going to fold at the hips, but they're going to go at an angle towards the back wall.
So again, we're going to karate chop you in a sense in the half there. Okay.
Karate chop, exactly. The further back I can push my hips, that's really going to assist in going down. A lot of people have locked up hips. So if the hips stop here and you try and go down, you're going to compensate in other areas of the body.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to, eyes always on the kettlebell, nice secure grip, shoulders set. I'm going to keep my free arm, I like keeping it inside the thigh as a guide. I'm going to push my butt back, keep going back, right? And then I'm going to find the ground with my fingertips. From here, I'm going to keep the kettlebell on that vertical trajectory and stand on up.
I notice a bit of a spiral line that you're going up in rotation to straighten out.
Exactly.
Okay.
In terms of how deep you should go, when you're first learning the movement, what I like to do is just use the fingertips as the guide, okay? If you've got more flexibility, more mobility, and even more core integrity to go through a deeper range of motion, you can go into an open palm position, or you can also go into the same movement with the arm behind the body and even go deeper into the range of motion. But to start off, that's exactly where I would start. Find the ground.
Okay.
Unlock, push the butt back, fingertips touch. Okay, this should be nice.
So you get a nice vertical line there, basically, you've drawn from the ground to the ceiling. Okay, and then you're hinging your hips and extending forward. Okay. Now, does the width of your feet make a difference with this? Do you suggest having a more narrow or a more wide stance with this?
I played with all different stuff. Like if I go too narrow, sometimes I get bunched up. I think it really depends on the mobility requirement, but I would say to start approximately about shoulder width apart, then angle the feet and just find out where you are. You might have to inch your foot forward a little bit, might have to inch yourself back, but in terms of a stance where to start, approximately about shoulder width, and then rotate from there.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Again, great, solid advice.